so that Sharon Velasquez.
Guys, OMG, Maddie looks so pathetic and pitiful. She just cannot keep up with her habit anymore. Hi, Christina. She simply cannot. She cannot handle her habit anymore. She can't get enough.
Just like you, Sharon. You can't get enough, right? That's why you scam, steal, trick, prostitute for product, mule for polo, bringing drugs back and forth. Right, Sharon? It doesn't matter how many people you upset on YouTube that month, you just can't make much money. I mean, 400 for a month is not shit. And last month at 200, you were scrounging. You're ridiculous. You think that you are any steps ahead of Maddie. Because you know what? You're just as bad and you're looking just as bad. Scammer. Aaron, those drugs are not being kind to you. What is going on? You are falling apart. You chase Maddie down worrying about how she looks? Do you look at yourself in the mirror? Look at the wrinkles across your forehead, all around your eyes, your mouth. It looks like you got punched in the mouth. Jeez. This wingnut here, who insists that Irv was baiting her to say things on camera. No. Nobody baits anyone to say anything on camera. He was documenting the way that you were acting, so he had proof when you turned around and pretended that, you OD'd by mistake, but you did it on purpose so you could have him arrested for murder. I mean, what the fuck, Sharon? You are a psycho. What would ever make you think that? I think you were baiting him just like you bait others to come after you because you want views for starters, and you're asking for people to hurt you and to hit you. You say the worst things possible about someone so that they'll go cutthroat with you. But you know what? All that baiting didn't get Irv to hit you. It didn't get Irv to hurt you. Irv still cared about you. He did offer to pick up an attorney for you. He would have picked you up when you got out of jail because that's the kind of friend and man that he is. You were involved with him. I mean, this wasn't easy, cut and dry, end your friendship. You guys had a relationship. What the fuck, Sharon?
I didn't call you to pick me up or to take you up on the offer of the attorney that you were going to pay for. Nay, nay, I say. A lot of nerve. And okay, and then this is really a trip right here. Look at this. Let me tell you right now, there is no nude pictures of me anywhere.
I've gotten 2 emails from different sources telling me there are such thing as nude pictures of you floating around. So you better watch yourself, little wrinkly boobs and flat ass. You might end up on video one of these days with those nude pictures. Watch yourself. You're always trying to bait people into threatening you or wanting to beat your ass. You're lucky the only person that's close enough to you and has beat your ass is Polo. You know, your pimp. Sharon, tell us what Rodney has promised you and why you keep using and taking advantage of him. How does his wife and his family feel about him funding your drug-fueled existence? You and Polo are in on this together. You guys are getting money from men. He's definitely your pimp, and you are definitely his side hustler. Yeah. You're the Fetty Wap queen. LOL. But not really, because you ain't shit. You're a thief. You're a small town thief. You think you're something big because you stole a vehicle. Classy one. Why don't you try getting a job and buying a vehicle.
But you guys, if I just am not feeling it, material things are not gonna sway me. I've had millionaires, a couple of millionaires in my life seek me out. But if I'm not feeling it like that, I'm not feeling it like that. And that's not gonna sway me either way. So I think,
Um, if they can buy all your drugs for the week, I think that will sway you, you little drug fiend. Isn't it crazy? Just look how she looks. She's chasing Maddie around, worrying about what's going on with Maddie and Maddie's finger. I mean, you saw her pinkies are all fucking messed up too. I guess she must have had a problem similar to Maddie's, right? She just keeps looking for excuses. She puts her mother down. She's putting down Bobbles, but inadvertently she's putting down her mother and making her mother think she's not beautiful. You're fucking so rotten. I bet your mother is beautiful. I bet she looks better than you. She probably has less wrinkles. These drugs are taking over. But look at you. You look like hell, Sharon. You're chasing Maddie around? No wonder you're mad. Tell us why you're mad. Look at you. You look freaking horrible. And you don't think drugs are doing the same things to you that they're doing to Maddie. You think that you're in control. You ain't in control of shit. You're proud of what you have for a habit. You know? That's typical of an addict. To sit there and, a chronic end stage addict. Because that's where you are just as well as Maddie. It's all downhill from here. You need to pick yourself up and go to a rehab, stick it out, try a 6-month program. Get out and get a fucking life. If you still want to be a user, an abuser, and a beggar, whatever. I mean, at least you're not going to sit there and OD and leave your mother without any child. I mean, you're an evil bitch. You sit there and put down Bobbles all the time, and it's because you have mommy issues. You're trying to hurt your mother, and that's fucked up. No wonder you didn't bring her a phone all that time, because you didn't want her to hear the truth about you. Or does she already know? You're just a loser. Why can't you just go to rehab, do the 6-month program, get out and get a job, or get back to fucking sucking and fucking old men for their money? I mean, do what you gotta do, bitch. But don't expect respect. The reality of it is this is who she is. She's a fake, she's a liar, she's racist, she's a gold digger, she's a hypocrite, she's a sex trading drug mule.
okay, this man has been recording me. I don't know if you guys all heard the recordings, but there's a bunch of recordings of him trying to taunt and tease me, trying to get me to snap or say something or whatever. I don't know.
You don't know? You're the one that went around taunting basically everybody in this community, and you were taunting him, and that's why he videotaped you for proof of what you were doing. You were threatening him with all sorts of stuff. I would have documented you as well. Anybody behaving like that. To be honest, I would have dialed 911. Come and get this crazy bitch because she needs help. She needs to be put into an asylum where they can figure out what is going wrong inside that brain of hers besides the drugs. Because this isn't just the drugs. Oh, hell no. This is you, Sharon. This is how you act. You know, everybody wants to always say it's the drugs, it's not the person. That's not true, especially when it comes to this one here. She sits there and she lies. She's a gold digger. She's a hypocrite, always going after Maddie, but she's doing the same thing. She does it to everyone. Sex trade.
Raven, 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 Raven. What are you gonna do, bitch? Don't tell me what to do. Raven, 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 Raven. All right. And leave Raven, verbs X, out your mouth.
Not Earth's ex. Earth's deceased. Megan's deceased mother. She considers her to be her mother. She has her tattooed on her body. She was an important part of their lives. She overcame her addiction. And that bothers you, right? Someone that was successful and he married her. You're obviously jealous. That's the only reason why some woman would behave this way towards someone's deceased wife. You are a sick bitch.
To me, at least for that part that I saw, and I was like, what? So, because she even said, oh, when you're acting bad, it's a blackout, but when something, but just tired. Clearly, those are different things. I wouldn't think I would have to point that out to SG. She seems quite intelligent, but now I have to sit there and point out, oh no, if you can't tell that the.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I'm going to point out to Warrior Princess. Acting that way is not normal. And for people that are in recovery or that are unaware of your mental and drug history of 27 years of doing drugs, that's a really scary picture that we all saw. And, you know, like I said, you have this thing where you think that you clearly remember him punching you in the head, but nothing afterwards. And it just doesn't work that way. You would not remember any of it if that's what actually happened. But I think you're just trying to put up a thing to try to say, I'm so tough. But Sharon, we could care less. We could look at you. We could crack you in half with a nutcracker. You're just bone and skin. It's ridiculous. And it's shriveling up. You're looking like heck these days. You're constantly chasing Maddie around and looking at her and picking on her and finding reasons to make fun of her or to bully her. And in all reality, I mean, the hypocrisy of this mean girl looking to be in the end stages of addiction herself, trying to embarrass and laugh at, body shame, be cruel and offensive to another addict that is living a very poor life, squatting and, you know, in a home that they're not even supposed to be in. I mean, at least Maddie has permission to be in the house she's in, and she has electricity. Sharon doesn't even have electricity, but yet she's pointing the finger at Maddie. She's, you know, shifting blame. Just like going after Tiffany about the food stamps. She was going to help you, girl. She was trying to be good to you, but your people insisted that no way, this was not a positive thing. No, going to rehab is not going to be a good thing for you, Sharon, because your people like you the way you are, all fucked up. Yep. I mean, they don't even have a problem of when that little boy, Elijah, and the baby brother came over to visit you at the trap house or whatever. I guess daddy or mommy was coming to grab a little treat for themselves. Highly inappropriate, not to mention the fact that you always say Pole has a gun on him. So there you got drugs, guns, right? This is not a good recipe for a child or environment for a child to be in. It's pretty sad that you don't know this. I mean, are you stupid? That's messed up. And having this little boy in your chats and on your videos, that's really messed up, Sharon. And I know you don't have kids, so you don't understand, but no. And those children shouldn't be in the environment that they were in that day, or that they're probably in every day. And that just breaks my heart.
Channel. If you have been hit, punched, some other rotten shit. Hey, Slim Dog, good night. Sweet dreams to you. Thanks for joining. I popped into SG Live before and she was having a fun conversation with 0 people and watching no one on live. Well, I guess she wants to brush it aside like it didn't matter that I promote. Hello, everybody. Hope you're enjoying this most gorgeous, beautiful long sleeves on, not for long. Maddie! Oh, poor Maddie's dope sick today. Oh.
Aww. Does she do that to poor Sharon when Sharon's feeling that way? Like when you went and pretended you were going to get clean in rehab? Do you think she made fun of you every day? No, she didn't. You are not a good person. 27 years of this lifestyle has made you into the person that causes drama, that is looking for drama, looking for fights. You like the lifestyle with the guns, drugs, kids being exposed. You love it all. The stealing, the copying the drugs, the doing the drugs, the injecting it. You love it all. Do you really want to go that way? Do you want to do that to your mother? I don't think it's right that you keep being a hypocrite towards Maddie when you're in fact living a lesser life than her at this point. At least she has electricity and permission to be where she's at. You don't. And that was a hoot, you telling people that you paid taxes. Just what taxes do you pay? When was the last time you owned a car, if ever? When was the last time you had a license? Car insurance? When was the last time you paid rent and had a lease and something with your name on it?
I thought your grown ass man goes to work every day to provide so you don't have to go without. What?
And what happens with you? And you're so mad at her for this because she called you out and said she has a man, not a pimp. You have a pimp. He collects money at the door for you. That's hysterical. Not winning, definitely losing. Get a life before it's too late. And here we go with What's Up with another one of his PSA's, public service announcements, in regards to being assaulted. The only people that assaulted each other on this channel that I am for sure of is Sharon hitting Irv, Sharon hitting Polo, and Polo hitting her back. Those are the only assaults that I'm aware of, so I don't think anyone's condoning domestic violence. I think that you're making a mockery of it, and just like you did with sobriety, you have no respect for people that actually are survivors of domestic violence, or those that lost and were lost to this horrible crime. But sitting there and defaming someone's character and slandering them is not right either. If he did stuff like that to you, you wouldn't have vacationed with him. You wouldn't have nothing with him. Because you would have been afraid of him. You would have avoided him. But no. Polo wanted that paper. Bring Irv in, get some money in this house before you leave, and then you can go. That's real love, Sharon. He really cares about you. Psst, not. Someone that would trick you or mule you down the street with drugs on you or put you in that position doesn't love you. Just like anybody that was sober or in actual recovery wouldn't be going to the trap house, warrior princess. Think about it. This is in Sharon's, the neighborhood of the bando that she stays in. Listen.
Last night, gunshots erupted everywhere. Now, the cops weren't dumb. They didn't want to come out here last night, but they down there now. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about an AR, a AK. They out there right now counting bullet holes and seeing what the hell happened. You see they here now, right? Dang it.
See, this is the type of thing she's proud of. Because why? She's not sober, and she's living in a drug-fueled environment, and she thrives on it. It's the only thing that's thriving with her. She's not thriving at life. I mean, where is her job? Where is her income? Where is her home? Where is her car? Where is her relationships with friends? Her mother? Where's her child? Her spouse? She has none of that. And that's what happens when you live that life, and everything about it is the way that she lives. She just, it's not a good environment, and that's why I say Kimmy stopping over at the trap house looks suspicious. And I'm sorry, Warrior Princess. I think that looks suspicious. Because you know what? There's no reason why you would go into a trap house or into a bando, and I don't care how nice it looks. There's no utilities there. Okay? And at the other one, they're selling drugs. And you know this. Sharon's told people that, Polo's hit her. And as far as believing anybody that's ever touched her, I believe it was only Polo, because Polo got stuck with her there, and these people don't want to call 911. I would have called 911. You start acting crazy like that, I'm gone. The very fact that you think, oh, I'm better than Maddie. Is it really that much to be better than Maddie? You're ridiculous. And you're not much better. You're falling apart. You had the opportunity to go to Hawaii, but because she said it was going to be a one-way ticket unless you finished it, you immediately pulled out because that was never going to happen. Right, Sharon? How many times is it going to take for you to actually stay and do the work? You have no interest in getting sober. You like sitting down there with Polo, sitting stagnant, tricking for your medication, your drugs every day, right? I mean, when was the last time you worked a job? Do you even know how?